What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title was going down. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it. Y'all definitely see it. I had to check and make sure I have my links in here, y'all. Y'all think, and the crazy thing is, I have a lot of people always commenting. I always have a lot of people always commenting. They be like, Recklezz, your team does a great job, and you have an amazing team. Hey, trust me, it's me by myself. It's me by myself, y'all. I know it's crazy, but it's me by myself. It's me by myself. I'm going to tell y'all. It's amazing, though. One thing about it is definitely amazing. I ain't that, up there yet to have a team. But one thing about it is, a lot of this, I really most of it, all of it, I do myself. So one thing about it, I have to make sure the right stuff is in place. So I do apologize for that. But y'all have it here. I got Cory Booker says that the taking of Charlie Kirk's life isn't a partisan issue. Says this is ridiculous. The political violence is a radical left issue. Almost all attacks have come from leftists. And I'm sure y'all know, these different groups, regardless, what it is. Check out what Cory Booker has to say.
So I heard that Charlie Kirk got shot, and now I hear that he's dead. My heart goes out to his family and his loved ones. But I think all Americans should be mourning right now because this is another attack on our country. It's a political assassination. And this is just another signpost that we are in crisis because political attacks, heinous, violent political rhetoric in our country is going up. This should not be viewed through a partisan lens. It should be viewed through a patriotic one. We all have a responsibility to deal with this growing crisis in our country of political violence.
Let me go back.
And
I'm sorry.
This is just another signpost that we are in crisis because political attacks, heinous, violent political rhetoric in our country is going up. This should not be viewed through a partisan lens. It should be viewed through a patriotic one. We all have a responsibility to deal with this growing crisis in our country of political violence. All of us have to take a hard look and do what's necessary to secure our democracy and end this scourge that seems to only be getting worse.
One thing about it, like I said in the last video, y'all, when it comes from people like this guy, I gotta go off. I don't even like dude looking at me like this. I ain't even gonna lie. He looking at me all weird, bro. Y'all see that? Look at his eyes, bro. Like, I ain't trying to talk about nobody, but why you looking at the camera like this? Anyways, man, and he keep looking at the camera all weird and stuff. Anyways, my thing is, from my last video, I literally said that they literally keep saying, and again, they want to point in the direction of Trump. They want to point in the direction of Trump supporters. They want to make everything it's the right doing it. Everybody, literally, bro, everybody that is doing these things that's, when it comes to violence, when it comes to this, when it comes from that, it's coming from the left. Not only that, but you have members, of the left. You have, just like this Cory Booker, inciting violence. I'm going to show y'all a couple clips of what I mean. I'm telling y'all know I'm going to find it.
This must be a coalition that grows and grows and grows. There can be no bystanders in this fight. It is time that we understand the only thing necessary for wrong to triumph is for right to do nothing, for right to be silent. And so understand this. There are legislators walking through here, but these are the ways we're going to fight.
I'm telling y'all, bro, it can't get no clearer than this and what he's doing. Look.
And what I know this election can do is finally kill that strain of the Republican Party in a way that I think helps the pragmatic Republicans come back.
Bro, if this is not inciting violence, me personally, one thing about it is that they continue to do this. This is nothing that is just and y'all know I'm a fair person. I'm a fair person. I feel like I'm a really fair person when it comes to things. And when I see these different individuals coming from the left, and seeing how they're constantly inciting violence, telling their supporters, to do this, to do that, to have this attitude. And then when something happens from somebody, again, they're inciting that violence, doing this, doing that. Somebody does something, coming, from, a supporter of these individuals, they automatically, oh yeah, I bet you that was a Trump supporter. That gotta be somebody from the right. Come to find out, it's not. It's somebody from the left. Constantly, and it's not really, I don't think it's more so like even a finger point thing. I don't think it's a finger point thing. I feel like we passed it. I honestly feel like it's more so of facts, and it's a problem that definitely needs to be handled. It's a problem that definitely needs to be handled. And one thing is, to make everything, people actually have to get out. People have to research. People have to, sit and watch, these different videos and this different information and seeing how these individuals act, and that's why I try to push, these videos out as much as I can to get this knowledge in a lot of people's heads, because one thing about it, people need to know. I'm telling y'all, people definitely need to know, because it's definitely getting wild, bro. It's definitely getting wild. So the simple fact that you have so many, of these individuals being so negative, being so disgusting, and the things that coming out their mouth ever since, even before that, but like especially since, Charlie Kirk passed away, it's just been so much. You would think, and I know, we're not surprised by, a lot of what they're doing, what they're saying, but you would think they will have enough common decency, enough, some type of positivity to try to calm down, a lot of people, to try to calm down the situation. They've been doing nothing but making things worse. This is Cory Booker, y'all. Cory Booker going, this is, Kash Patel testified at, oversight hearing, and Cory Booker accused FBI Director Kash Patel of being a failed leader. One thing about it, even though this is a 4-minute video, I'm telling y'all it's definitely worth it. Check it out.
Mr. Patel, in just 8 months, you have assaulted the institutional integrity of the FBI. But I know FBI field agents. I've worked with them in Newark. No matter how truly bad you are, you can't undermine the legacy of agents who fight every day to keep us safe, but you can tarnish the integrity of the agency and undermine the agency's capacity. I believe you're failing as a leader, and that your failure does have serious implications for the safety and security of Americans and our families. We're more vulnerable to domestic and foreign attack because of your failures of leadership. I don't think you're fit to hand the bureau, but here's the thing, Mr. Patel. I think you're not going to be around long. I think this might be your last oversight hearing.
Bro, if that right there, bro, like that it's things that you gotta pay attention to, and you but that was a threat, bro. I feel like that was a threat. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but just what he said and how he said it.
We're more vulnerable to domestic and foreign attack because of your failures of leadership. I don't think you're fit to hand the bureau, but here's the thing, Mr. Patel. I think you're not going to be around long. I think this might be your last oversight hearing. Because as much as you supplicate yourself to the will of Donald Trump and not the Constitution of the United States of America, Donald Trump has shown us in his first term and in this term, he is not loyal to people like you. He will cut you loose. This may be the last time I have a hearing with you, because I don't think you're long for your job. But I'm going to tell you this. I
don't think you're long for your job. My words be messed up sometimes, but I don't think you're long for your job.
Because I don't think you're long for your job. But I'm going to tell you this. I pray for you. I pray for you that you can step up and defend your oath, defend the Constitution, and do a much better job of defending this country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Do you want to say anything?
Yes, sir. That rant of false information does not bring this country together. If you want to work on bringing this country, it's my time, not yours.
My God.
And then you say, see, that right there. One thing that I do not like, and I have to catch myself sometimes, is when somebody say God. When somebody throw God's name. Like, I don't like when people do that. I don't like when people do that. I don't know about y'all, how y'all household is and stuff like that. I wasn't raised like that. So, you know what I mean? But what I do have to say is this is exactly, it goes to show y'all, this is an exact example of how the left acts when things don't go their way. This whole time Cory Booker has been talking, FBI Director Kash Patel hasn't said a word. That's more of a respect thing. Not only is that a respect thing, that's something that you should give. You speaking as a gentleman, that's another gentleman. Right now, Cory Booker is a boy. You a boy. You know what I mean? You a boy speaking to a man. So this man literally lets you sit there and speak. I say nothing. Let you have your time, because that's what it is. You have that time to speak, and you spoke. Now, because Kash Patel said something that got up under your skin and really wasn't intentional, it's just facts. Now you ready to say, it goes to show y'all right there on how they react.
My God.
If you want to talk about
dividing this country,
it is my
I follow
time.
you on your social media posts that
It is
tear
my
this country
time
apart.
to address
There should be a
your
unifying-
falsehoods.
Oh,
You are an
you can try
embarrassment
all
to the
you
division
want
in this country.
to not take
It is my
responsibility
time.
for what
You
you
had
have
your
said.
time.
Sir, you're
Your
making
time
a
is
mockery of this
over.
committee. Sir, you don't tell me my time is over.
You
The
know how
people
far
of New
we've
Jersey
come
tell me
since
what my
you
time
tell-
is.
Senator-
You can't lecture me.
You can tell me
Sir,
my time's over?
You may be the charge of the
I'm not
FBI,
going anywhere.
but I am not afraid of you, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
Not afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Not afraid of you. He didn't say nothing for you to be extra, y'all. Extra. Look at this man's face.
Afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Senator Booker,
This is
I
wild,
announced
sir.
at the beginning of this meeting that this back and forth talking over each other doesn't work. And I said if that happened, I asked Patel not to respond, and I was going to give him some time after the senator's time was up to respond. And he has the privilege to do that uninterrupted.
Mr.
So
Chairman, one point of
go
order.
ahead, Mr.
I've
Patel.
watched him talk over us.
And he's still talking. It does not matter. Y'all know who I don't even want to talk about nobody. Have you ever seen Over the Hedge? If y'all look up a movie called Over the Hedge, and I'm so sorry for talking, but just him looking like this, I'm so sorry. It's not because his head. It's not because it's just he just reminds me of the turtle that's on Over the Hedge, and it's bothering me. It was somebody that I knew he looked like, and it's just been bothering me this whole time. So I apologize, and I'm so sorry for even saying that, but I had to let y'all know. I ain't even
And
gonna
you've
lie,
never once
because it was bothering me.
criticized him for us not even being able to get our questions out.
Well,
He has been rude and disrespectful to senator after senator.
And when the senators were not giving him a chance to answer, I didn't stop the senator either. Go ahead, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If the FBI, under my 7-month leadership, were failing this administration in this country, why do we have 23,000 violent felons arrested this year alone? A double increase from that time last year. Why is it that we have seized 6,000 weapons? Why have we found 1,500 child predators and arrested them? Why have we have 300 human traffickers in jail? Why have we found and identified 4,700 children? Why have we seized 1,600 kilograms of fentanyl, enough to kill a third of the American public, a 25% increase alone from last year? 88,000 kilograms of cocaine seized, 7,000 kilograms of meth seized, and that's just on our criminal operations in summer heat. How is it possible that we are taking 8 kilograms off the streets of the cities in New Jersey and preventing the deaths of 607,000 people this year alone, a failure of the FBI and my leadership? How is it that we have counterintelligence arrests already this year exceeding the numbers from the entirety of last year? 33% increase in PRC, 83% in Russia, 60% in the CI space as it relates to Iran, and we haven't even talked about CT, the southern border, the northern border.
Damn. I ain't even gonna lie. That's all you can say. That's all you can say. Y'all know I'm be cussing on my platform. I'm that right there. That's how you handle business. That's how you handle business. I only seen like a minute of this video, the first part. I did not know he went off like that. That's all you can say. It's facts. I'm telling you, I hate to hear the facts. You didn't sat there and said that this man is a horrible leader. A horrible leader. And he just laid all down the facts like that. Mind y'all, this is all under a year. Something Biden Harris couldn't even think to do. Like I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's all right there. 6,000 weapons seized. Come on now. 4,700 missing children found. 23,000 violent felons arrested this year alone. I'm telling y'all, bro. Got all there. One thing about it though, this video right here, it just goes to show you on what I mean by the leftists, enabling a lot. When it comes down to it, the way that they talk, the false information they put out, the lies, that they're spreading, and, the hate, the inciting violence. And I'm not saying that these students, they maybe not, see what Cory Booker has to say, but they might see what this person has to say, and hear this person inciting violence and going to this. And that is not helping anything. Check this kid out right here. And the fact, and he's mocking, what happened. This is at Texas State University, and he definitely needs to be expelled, for doing this. Not only does he need to be expelled, but the ones that's laughing behind him thinking it's funny. This just goes to show y'all right here of being followers and not a leader. You sitting there laughing, thinking everything funny, turning your head and doing this and doing that as somebody being this ignorant, just goes to show you, you're a follower. You following somebody that's very ignorant. Look at all these people, and they laughing about it. They think it's funny. They think it's something that's okay to do. That this generation, this younger generation, bro. These younger kids, in college and high school and even in middle school, that are like this and thinking stuff funny. I'm telling y'all, bro, they in some trouble. They're in some trouble, and not all of them, but doing things like this is not okay. So he did all that. And what, 18, 19, 20? You in college and you doing that? Little boys, man.
Buddy, you're gonna get expelled, dude.
He definitely gonna get expelled. Then he's sitting there spitting on people. Yeah, he's definitely getting expelled. We'll see something about it. Don't even worry about it. We'll see it. I'm sure people already know. There we go. Just 3 hours ago. Just that quick. Let's see here. Just this fast, the president of Texas State University says he's directed university officials to take immediate action to identify animal who mocked Charlie Kirk's assassination on campus. So it's already right here. This is the statement. I'm aware of the disturbing video that was taken at an event at our San Marcos campus on Monday. I've directed university officials to take immediate steps to identify the individual in the video. So all of us here says good, hold them all accountable. I definitely feel like every last one of them should be held accountable of, who laughed at this video. Maybe, people think that, it's probably too much. Me personally, I don't think it's too much either way. A lot of people that's doing this, whether you're working at a job, you're at a school, you need to be, held accountable for it and made of an example. I'm not even gonna lie. That's how I feel about it. Just like this guy right here. This is Ryder Corral. This is the person that obviously, again, left, that went and stepped all over, the things that they left for Charlie Kirk for his, memorial. They did, in fact, get him. Not only did they get him, they did arrest, this child for doing, just childish things. Maybe, he is an adult, but honestly, another little boy, another little boy. Telling y'all, bro, these not men. I'll tell you that. Definitely tell you that. This right here, I'm gonna skim through this video. I'm not gonna show this whole video, but I'm gonna definitely skim through some of the video. But this just goes to show you, this is 2.5 minutes straight. Y'all can find this video, Libs of TikTok, on X. So that's at Libs of TikTok, and y'all can find this. But this is literally 2.5 minutes straight of Democrats calling for violence.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator,
and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick them.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
Biggest terror in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take you behind the gym and...
I have thought an awful lot about the White House.
A Missouri state senator is under investigation by the Secret Service after saying she hopes President Trump is a...
At a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
To our voting system and our honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that this isn't, they're not going to let up, and they should not.
If you think we're...
I'm not going to lie. This is absolutely sick. Everything that's going on, with this whole video is absolutely sickening, and it all shows right here. So y'all can go find that video. I can't show most of it because it is pretty bad. But y'all know, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I definitely appreciate y'all. Stay tuned for more videos. Catch y'all next one.